All right, so been delayed a few days on installing the Readylift upper control arms on the 2019 Silverado Z71, and it's Legacy LD, so not the new body, just to be clear on that. And it can be pretty clear on this because having an issue with when I first tried it a couple days ago. The ball joint, it's a 1-ton design. Doesn't mean it's going to fit a 1-ton like a 2500 or 3500 Silverado, but it's just a 1-ton rating. And it doesn't seat into the spindle all the way up to the top of the boot and compress it, kind of like how the stock one does. It basically leaves about maybe 3/16, a big eighth of gap between, it's hard to show you, but between here is where it sits, I guess, and the boot. So once the weight is back down on there, I had one guy that had the exact same issue and the same worry that I was having, that it wasn't seating far enough and that the spindle was wrong or the control arms, might be wrong. Or just because of the year being a late production, maybe they switched it up. But after talking to Readylift like 4 times, getting dimensions and their size on the shaft here, it's like a 0.78 up at the top at the fattest part of the taper, so like 3/4 inch versus like the smaller 0.70, I think, stock ball joint. But anyways, they confirmed that there is going to be a little bit of a gap up to a 1/4 inch, and I don't even think I'm going to have that much, but it's going to be, like I said, a big eighth to 3/16. But that's the way it's designed. So and it's also to correct the ball joint angle where it sits up a little bit higher out of the spindle here. So I guess that's what it is. But so I ended up putting it back together that day, and I recorded it, but I erased it. We're starting over again. Also, I went and got a bunch of, 4 new grade 8 bolts and hardware, washers, lock nuts for the bottom strut mount. The shitty clips they have on here end up, I snapped one of them, and it's, there's no way for it to able to clip back in here so you can thread the nut, bolt into it. So instead of just, rigging it together, I just went and got all new hardware. It's $5 and it's definitely going to be stronger than factory. So, and then you don't have to worry about clips ever again. So anyways, I ended up marking all the spots there, as you can see with the Sharpie, all my camber angles, caster camber, whatever. And I'm going to be taking apart again here, and the process is the same. I was thinking that I can, on the older models, I think you can leave the strut in and you can fish out those bolts on both sides, the adjusters there, but you can't on here. So you have to take the strut off, the ball joint obviously, and tie or end link, sorry. You can leave the tie rod, and then I just zip tie this to the top of the sway bar just so this doesn't flop around and pop out my axle there. So anyways, that's where I'm at, and anyways, disconnect all your tabs, all your ABS lines, brake line to get your extra slack. But anyways, that's that for now, and I'll get back when I have the control arm in. All right, so end up getting those lined back up. You can see the Sharpie marks there. They pretty much slide right back into place. It's not really hard to line those up. Just gotta slip them through and slip your strut back in the place there. And I'm just gonna fish in the bolts and start connecting the ball joint and a couple of things there, and jack up the jack here, or jack up the lower control arm here a little bit to line up those, and then get them started, and then I'll get back to you in a minute. Alright, so I got everything back together. Well, just about. Got a couple clips to put on. But on the new arms, they give you a new mounting point. So instead of a bolt you put through, they put a stud right here. It's got a rubber protector on it. It's cool. Where I bought these used, I didn't get the hardware for it, but no biggie. I got brand new stuff here. Put a lock washer on it and tighten that down. I got the ball joint greased, not too much, just enough to fill up the boot a bit. It comes greased from the factory. And then yeah, I got the end link put back on, the bolts, all the grade 8 hardware, and that's pretty much it. Uppers, those are all tightened down. And before you torque these to 120 foot-pounds there, you gotta make sure you got your weight on your wheel, so your control arm isn't all the way down, and then it'll bind up your bushings, wear them out probably. So, but anyways, that's that. So I'm not gonna film the other side. It's the same thing. Yeah, I guess I'll be getting alignment after this now, and everything should be pretty good. The next project will be the I don't know if you can see up in there, but pointing at that bolt, that's one of the diff bolts you gotta take out to put the spacers in. You got 4 of them, and I got the right kit. You gotta make sure you get not just the regular Silverados. It's 17 and 18 Z71 and LTZ only from Supreme. I can never say I say Supreme all the time. Supreme suspension. There we go. Friggin' tongue twister for me. Anyways, the other kits come with the short bolts, and mine Z71 and the LTZ come with longer bolts. 2 of them, anyways. But yeah, nice little kit. I'll show you here in a minute. So here's the kit. Got your 4 little puck spacers, the 2 longer bolts and the 2 shorter ones, lock washers or lock nuts. You get a beer bottle opener. I'm not sure if that's a freshener or whatever, but probably. Bunch of stickers, smalls, big ones, little ones, and ordered it off eBay for 50 bucks or so, and it came in a week. So that'll take care of my CV joint angles. That'll drop the diff down and correct that. And then the next thing will be these guys here, which is the shock extensions. So, and that's from Readylift also. Alright, so that's it for now. Alright, next video I'll be putting on the rear shock extensions, and then at some point I'll be putting on those. Alright.